The Nats fell behind early yesterday afternoon against the Braves, but they fought back. Mike Morse delivered a pinch hit 3-run homer to bring them within 2. Until Brian McCann blew it open in the ninth, keeping their wild card hopes intact. Who will slip up today? Derek Lowe and Livan Hernandez in the series finale on Masson. Johnny Holiday said it very well. Lovely day for baseball here. It's our final family fun Sunday here at the ballpark. And guess what? After his homer yesterday, Mike Morse is back in the lineup. Ryan Zimmerman's back in. Adam Dunn is getting a day off. And right now, the way the Braves are pitching, not sure it matters who's in the lineup the way these guys are going. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, and between Javier Vasquez and Tommy Hanson, the Nats have seen some outstanding starting pitching.
Yes, they have, and they have one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, and that's why they still have a shot to go to the postseason. This was the other night. Javi Vasquez, he comes out there. He's going to fire everything from different angles, different speeds, and he has done a great job for the Atlanta Braves all season. In the 18 times they've won his starts, only twice he gave up more than 2 runs. Tommy Hanson, he was just as strong until obviously later in the ball game, but this guy early and often was throwing fastballs right by people, changing speeds. And Bob, between Derek Lowe, Javi Vasquez, and Tommy Hanson, the Braves have won 50 of their 83 combined starts. So that threesome has to be one of the best in baseball.
Even though the Nats have handled the sinker baller Derek Lowe very well this year, despite the fact he's a 141-game winner with a 3.82 career ERA, Livan has pitched well, but not many results to show for it.
No, not many results, but this guy goes out there year in and year out. He'll throw 225 innings a year on average. And so one thing you can count on every 5th day is Livan going out there and giving his best effort.
Hey, every day's Kids Day at the ballpark, but especially the last Sunday day game of the year. Screech featured today at the ballpark, and the Nats are 30-47 here. 4 games to go. How about getting one today? By PNC Bank. PNC leading the way. Beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. The rain has cleared away. There's still a few clouds up there, but they look a lot less menacing than they did this morning. Beautiful Sunday afternoon, and let's hope the kids can take a win back to school tomorrow. Nats and the Braves, third game of the series, and the Braves gained a game on Colorado yesterday in the wild card race. A lot at stake. They used the same lineup for all three games of the series, and Adam LaRose sits 9-11, really hitting the ball well, and as a Brave in 49 games since coming from Boston, he's hitting .354. And we talked about his sweet swing. We know what a good first baseman he is. And the Braves have a real solid, not a spectacular, but a solid ball club right now with great pitching. Tough assignment for Levon. And Rob, he hasn't had a whole lot of career success against this Atlanta ball club, winning only 4 out of 19 decisions.
Well, I think it's because they're very professional and they probably make him throw a lot of strikes. Levon living on the edge. He has to stay on the edges of the strike zone to be successful at the major league level. Left-handed hitters this year hitting 300, basically 299 off of them. Right-handers hitting 320 off of them. But as you may think, they hammer him. No, they don't. And he's given up 205 hits in 171 innings pitched. Only 19 have left the building. Mr. Reliable, as I said in the open, 14 seasons. Every year he averages 34 starts and 225 innings.
Nationals defensively, with Adam Dunn having the day off, Mike Morris gets a start at first base. Zimmerman back in there today. Desmond, Gonzalez up the middle. Willingham, Harrison, Dukes. Everybody pretty much back in their natural positions today. And, of course, Jamie Burke behind the plate. Mike Morris is ready for the first pitch. So's Levon. And it's fouled away. 1:37 Eastern time. 72 under partly cloudy, but right now, mostly sunny skies. Nate McLouth in this series, 1 for 10. .264 overall this year. Those are his numbers. Pittsburgh, Atlanta combined. And with the Braves hitting .268. Levon misses outside, 2-1. Scott Berry, the junior member of this crew, has the plate today. Crew chief Tim Cheetah, Bruce Dreckman, Paul Emmel on the bases, first, second, and third. Braves on the road this year, pretty solid. 10 games over 500. They're 45 and 35. And a ball drilled foul, left field corner. The Braves are also more than solid in their division. They are 39 and 25 against the East, 500 against the Central, and just over 500 against the West. I think what you would call them would be a consistent ball club. Got him looking. Levon with that patented swing back fastball of his. Only mid-80s, Rob, but he can really move it around.
Well, because he changes speed so well, Bob, between 87 and basically we'll say 67 and below on the curveballs. Northrop Grumman, you'll see him flip it up there, 84 miles an hour. Little two-seam fastball that McLouth obviously didn't think was going to come across the plate. He was wrong.
Northrop Grumman, the information systems powerhouse, with our pitch track today. Here's Martin Prado. 3 hits in the series. Everybody in the Atlanta lineup except for McLouth has at least 2 hits in the series. And then 6 other guys have at least 3. And a bouncer. Ian Desmond gobbles it up and uses that good strong arm of his. 2 quick outs. St. Louis clinched the Central last night by winning at Colorado. So the Rockies lead over the Braves now with 8 games left, only 2.5. And remember, the Braves played the Nats today, then they play the Marlins, and they have the Nats for 4 more in Atlanta. While 1 week from today, the Rockies will be finishing up their schedule and a weekend series at Dodger Stadium. Atlanta's got a schedule in their favor if they take care of their business. First pitch, Chipper Jones, center field. Willie Harris. How about that? A 0 on the board in the first inning. They're not batting behind in the first inning. They'll take on Derek Lowe with this lineup. Willie Harris, Ian Desmond, Ryan Zimmerman back in there. Willingham back in left, and the cleanup spot with Adam Dunn getting the day off. Dukes, Morse, Burke, Gonzalez. Does the right-handed batters take away the sinker of Derek Lowe? We'll find out. Willie Harris 5 for 15, 10 games against his former teammates, and he's also walked 4 times. Derek Lowe in his career 6-3 with 3 saves against the Montreal Washington franchise. He's one of those guys who's been a good closer and a very good starter. 289th, pardon me, 288th Major League start, and his 566th game overall today.
But he doesn't like the Nationals, and he doesn't like Nats Park. 0-3 with a 4 ERA here at this park.
So sad.
We hate to see that.
Willie Harris left field, but it'll hang up for Garrett Anderson.
PNC Bank's scouting report on D-Lo. He is very good. Road dog this year. He's 9-6. Does have a 5 earned run average, and that's over 16 starts, but his team scores him some runs. 4, that's the starts here at Nats Park. He's 0-3, as I said, and 12 wins 8 straight times in his career and 8 in consecutive seasons. He's the only current Major League pitcher to accomplish that feat.
Ian Desmond showing bunt, drawing Chipper Jones in. Strike 1.
So I really think the Mets, Bob, lost out on the Derek Lowe sweepstakes by not bringing him in.
Oh my gosh.
32 starts, the Braves have won 20 of them.
And he was going to cost them more than Oliver Perez did. But that Oliver Perez investment, probably the poorest of the year in Major League Baseball. 1-1 to Desmond. Ian is 1 for 7 in this series and 3 for his last 26. Because of his good start 2 weeks ago, still hitting .292 as a major leaguer. I'm sure we would have taken that after 13 games. He just got off to such an incredible start. And now they've made some adjustments. As Rob has said, the book is out on him already. Doesn't take long with advanced scouts to realize how to get out a hitter, or at least make him less effective. They really give him the left center field gap. They even have a defensive book on him already. Chipper Jones on a routine play. Desmond made it close. And that's 2 outs for the number 10 ranked defense in the National League. Chipper 21 errors over at third. Escobar 12 at short. Nobody has more than 7. That's Prado. Their outfield defense is really good. Their 3 outfielders today have only combined for 7 errors all year.
Well, and just think of this, Bob. You're able to put Kenshin Kawakami in the bullpen because your rotation is so deep when Tim Hudson came off the disabled list. So the Braves have plenty of pitching.
I talked to Frank Wren this morning, the Braves GM, and he said if we can get through in the wild card, we think we could win the whole thing with this pitching staff. And I totally agree with that, and I know you do, because you and I have talked about the fact that if they don't get through, the best pitching staff in baseball might be the one sitting at home. Zimmerman, right center. It is gone. 32 for Ryan Zimmerman. Nationals lead 1-0.
I got a good one for him, too. Ziminator, the pitch eliminator. Right there, hanging over the plate. You see the great form here on the Exmo. Head down, drive through it. You got to take it the other way. And a great 2-out RBI, too.
Derek Lowe gives up only his 13th home run in 185 innings. Willingham goes to left field. See you later. 2-0 Nationals. And they've got some fireworks left over.
Yeah, the Hammer laying down some late season smack'em yack'em. Nice. Might be able to get 25 before the end of the year. Well, this pitch is going to come down and into the sweet spot on a righty, not where D'Lo wants to be. And we talked about the 8 right-handed hitters in the lineup. Look at that. He shortened up the swing, pulled the hands in. And pitch recognition with a hard sinker baller, Bob, is everything.
And then he throws a breaking ball to Dukes. I'm sure Elijah was looking first pitch fastball. Nats have back-to-back homers for the 6th time this year. I just wonder if anybody has gone back-to-back this year against Derek Lowe. You would doubt it with only 12 home runs all year prior to about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, he's one of the toughest guys to hit a home run off of.
And Dukes will take one outside, 2-1.
He only allowed 6 home runs in the first half of the season before the All-Star break and 6 after, so now that makes 8 in the post-All-Star starts for Derek Lowe.
And he misses with that hard sinker, 3-1.
His struggles at Nationals Park continues.
Threw him a breaking ball on 3-1, and it's a full count. Nats have a lot of big boys in the lineup today, don't they? Zimmerman, Willingham, Dukes, and Morse. A right-handed murderer's row of sorts. And here's Elijah now awaiting a 3-2. He went fishing on a breaking ball, but somehow he got a piece of it. Dukes is at 8 on the year. RBI total at 57. And a hard sinker down and in gets him. Great first inning for the Nats in more ways than one. Levon puts up a 0. Zimmerman puts up a 1. Willingham on the next pitch does the same thing. 2-0 Washington. To do for Josh, the Nats would have an outside chance of 3 guys with 30. Right now they have a couple of 100 RBI guys. And Levon goes right back to work on Brian McCann. 3 for 7, a homer, 2 RBIs, and 2 walks in the series. And the Nats have scored in the first inning for the first time in 9 games. The last time they had runs in the first inning, ironically, Zimmerman also homered for Jim Riggleman's club at Citi Field a week ago Friday off Mike Pelfrey. The Nats held on to win that game 6-5.
It also helps to not be down 4-0 in the first inning.
McCann, Anderson, Escobar. 4, 5, and 6 for the Braves here in the second. Levon moving that ball in and out, up and down. 8 pitches, 5 strikes in the first inning. Drilled up the middle and a base hit for McCann. Man, is he a good hitter. 4 for 8, and he's on base 6 times now in this series. Early game notes for you with Garrett Anderson coming up, and he's nearing 2,500 hits. The Braves have won 9 straight on the road. Look at that. They're just doing great on the road, averaging about 6 runs a game. Derek Lowe getting run support. Hopefully not today. And Levon Hernandez, 171 innings coming into this game. Nobody wins 9 in a row on the road anymore, do they?
Depends on the pitching staff.
Wow. Somebody get their hotel list. That ball pulled. Morse knocks it, kicks it, picks it, and steps on the bag. The important thing is Mike got his body behind the ball. He forgot about the runner going to second and just got the sure out. You know, and he's real close to home plate, Rob, when you're holding that runner.
Yeah, and he's a pretty good fielder. He's going to block the ball right here and just say, okay, you can't assume the double play. So he just picks it up, takes the sure out. Remember, he hasn't been getting a lot of action. He hasn't gotten a lot of game time. And he's one of the players like Desmond that we'd like to see and wish the season could go on a little bit and get a couple more weeks of reps in.
Yeah.
Hopefully Jim Riggleman will find a place every day to throw Morse out there so he can prove himself a little bit here in the last 4 games.
And you know, he's been here for a month, but he's only had 27 at bats. And he's already produced 8 runs. Levon goes 2-0 on Escobar. Escobar, the best hitter in the league from a batting average standpoint, with runners in scoring position at 381. He's driven in 74 runs, 3 in this series. And Levon will get him on a pop-up to right. Elijah Dukes is there. Not much breeze today. And 2 outs. Pretty much a perfect day. 72 degrees. Gentle breezes blowing. Outfielders will have to have their shades ready. The sun is peeking in and out at times. But you couldn't pick a better day for the last Sunday of the year here at home. Here's Adam LaRoche. 2 for 4, 3 walks and RBI in the first 2 games. And Levon gets the outer half with a strike. Levon Hernandez, 155 career wins, 14 more than Derek Lowe. So these guys have combined for 296 victories. '26th start of his career against the Atlanta Braves. In fact, the Braves are the only team in this division Levon hasn't pitched for. Florida, New York, Washington, Montreal. I guess Philly would fall in there. But he's pitched for 4 teams in the division, including the Montreal-Washington combination. And the 0-2 to LaRoche.
Well, he's Cuban-born. He wants to keep it on the East Coast. Close to home.
Speaking of the Mets, they've come up with 3 early against the Marlins. A run in the first, and former Brave Jeff Francoeur hit his 14th homer of the year in the 3rd inning at Florida. Mets 3-0. And that's against Josh Johnson. Big slow curveball. Second inning over for the Braves. Levon gets his second strikeout. He's off to a good start. Mike Morse leads off in a moment.
Base today. Adam Dunn with a much-needed day off. Jim Riggleman said he's battling a couple of issues. He has a bad cough. He's got allergies. And he's also a little banged up just from the wear and tear of this long season. So Adam was adamant that he could play today. Jim Riggleman saying, no, let's give you a rest. Bob, over to you.
Adam Dunn 0 for 8 in the series, Debbie. Struck out his last 3 times yesterday. He's been an everyday workhorse for the Nationals. And Mike Morse, why not put him in the lineup, Rob Dibble, after what he did pinch hitting yesterday?
Well, he's been doing a great job off the bench. Deserves to be in the lineup. One of the things that he brings to the table is his versatility, but also wants to play every day. He wants to be out there. Moving forward, you want to look around that room and say, who's going to be out there that wants to catch the ball, dive for the ball, hit a little bit, help this team win.
And you sort of wonder why a mediocre Seattle ball club never gave him a real shot. Now, last year he did only play 5 games and he had to have his shoulder put back together. But they gave up on him this year. He gets jammed on an 0-2 pitch. He felt he had to swing close enough on 2 strikes. And Escobar throws him out. And this year, of course, Morse didn't play for Seattle at all. He was at Tacoma, then Syracuse the entire year. Great day at the ballpark. Wish you were here with us. Glad you're with us on Masson 2. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor. It's the last time that we will come over to the ballpark, this park, on a Sunday morning until next April. Jamie Burke gets a start today. Another former Seattle guy. He hit a .122 with a homer in 13 games for the Mariners. Still looking for his first Nationals hit. He's 0 for 4, but he did pick up an RBI this week on a sac fly. Pulls that one, and it didn't miss the bag by much. 0-2.
Looking down and in for the sinker. Gets it. Just hits it foul.
There goes the bat, and there goes the at-bat. 2 outs. I'm not sure Derek Lowe gets enough credit for the good breaking ball he has.
Oh, he's got a great slider, and there you see it. 0-2, down and away. He'll throw a lot of stuff like Roy Halladay. Down and in, down and away. Not too many things above the knees with Derek Lowe.
Number 8 hitter, Alberto Gonzalez. Alberto had a couple of hits yesterday. Love to see him get Levon to the plate here in the bottom of the second. And a little tapper. Chipper plays it with the glove and plays it very well. Now the Nationals go in order in the second. Bottom two coming up for the Braves. It's 2-0 Nats. .6'2", 170, and he spent all of last year at Hagerstown for 8 games, and then Potomac for 30 ball games, and then in 09, 44 games at High A Potomac, Double A Syracuse, Harrisburg, Triple A Syracuse, climbing the ladder with a good record of 8-1, a great ERA, and 68 strikeouts against 26 walks. Only gave up 3 home runs. Former first rounder, 5th overall player drafted by the Expos back in 02. So he has traveled a rather long road to make it up to AAA. And good luck to Clint Everts out of Cypress, Texas. '02 draft, top 7 picks.
Where's Bullington?
There's BJ. We know all about him. Christopher Grueller. We know those two guys.
Yes, we do.
Greinke and Fielder.
Well, that's a pretty good draft right there.
And Levon fielding his position well. Anytime you keep Matt Diaz off the bases, that's good. He's very fast. He hits ahead of the pitcher. And Derek Lowe, who's dropped down 11 sacrifice bunts this year, will have to swing away. But he also has 11 hits.
Lowe's a good athlete. He can do an awful lot of stuff for you.
6'6", 230. Born in the Detroit area, right outside Detroit in Dearborn. And the Braves signed him as a free agent this past January 15th after he went 14-11 in 34 starts for the Dodgers last year.
And as you said before, the 288 starts, but 566 appearances shows his versatility. He was an excellent closer with the Red Sox.
Zimmerman on the move, making defense look so routine here in the second half of his first Gold Glove season, he said, slipping in a little editorial comment.
Yeah, I heard that.
I said first Gold Glove season. We think there will be more.
The concentration in the eyes.
Such a classic looking third baseman. Derek Lowe, by the way, 54 wins in 4 years as a Dodger. After winning 31 combined his last 2 years with Boston. In fact, if you add his 21 back in 02 to that, 43 wins in 3 years there. He's done nothing but win everywhere he's been.
Give McLouth a lot of credit. He's taking his time, probably take a couple of pitches. Josh Willingham did this yesterday. Come up, pitcher comes up, or the pitcher just comes off the field, 2 quick outs. It's up to the third hitter to kind of muddle around and give that guy some time to relax on the bench.
Left center. It's sunny out there. Willie Harris battles the glare and puts it away. And through 3 innings, Levon's only given up a harmless single to Brian McCann. He'll lead off bottom 3, 2-0 Washington. At 7:05. First 20,000 fans, a free team photo with a 2010 early bird schedule attached to it. Get your tickets at nationals.com, 202-675-NATS. Get your red on, and then check out that schedule for the dates you'd like to see, the teams you want to root against when they come in here, and we'll welcome you to the ballpark in 2010. Everybody smiling today. Washington on top, 2-0. Livan Hernandez, Willie Harris, and Ian Desmond against Derek Lowe in the bottom of the third. Got to keep grinding away at bats against this pitcher. Livan has pitched 3 shutout innings, but you never know when you've scored your final runs against a guy like Lowe, even though you got to him a little bit early.
Well, he gets stronger as he goes on after the 4th inning. The 4th, he's given up the most runs this year, 27 earned runs. But in the 5th, 10, 6th, 9, 7th, 3. So the more he gets into the game, the more he gets that tired arm whip. That sinker gets tougher.
And Livan just guiding that ball right back to the pitcher. 5 in a row now for Lowe since the homer by Willingham. I think it's interesting, Derek Lowe seldom pitches complete games. None this year. Only 9 in his career. But you can count on him somewhere between 6 and 8 every time he goes out there. Here's Willie Harris. Flared one to left first time, caught by Anderson. Phillies have an early run at Milwaukee. I've got them with a magic number of 2 for the division going into today. Hey, pardon me. The Dodgers are 2. The Phillies are 4. So they're trying to knock that thing down and clinch as quick as possible. But as long as Philadelphia is within a game or so of St. Louis, they can't really afford to just give everybody days off. Whoever finishes with the lowest total between the Phillies and the Cardinals will have to go on the road to LA. Now that's assuming Colorado's the wild card. If Atlanta's the wild card, the Braves would go to LA, and then the other 2 division champions would play each other. So Willie Harris aboard. He's now 3 for 9 in the series. Desmond coming up. There they are. Phillies 1 game behind. But in the win column, they also have 1 game in hand. They played 1 fewer game than St. Louis. So this last week's really going to be interesting. And also, over in the American League Central, Minnesota opens up a series tomorrow at Detroit.
4 big games.
Yeah, and they start today, 2 games apart. The Tigers have a 1-0 lead early at Chicago. And the Twins are just underway, no score at Kansas City. 2 games back. Minnesota, by the way, has won 5 in a row.
Tough thing for Minnesota, though. They're eliminated from the wild card, so they have to win the division if they're going to go to the playoffs.
And Texas is on the verge of being eliminated. They are 6 back of the Red Sox. So Boston's magic number there is 2. But the Red Sox keep losing to the Yankees. Now, Rob, you and I talked about this a little while ago before we got on the air. What's your opinion of the American League Cy Young race now after what CC Sabathia did yesterday?
It's making it more difficult for the voters because CC Sabathia still has an outside shot at winning 20 games. He won his 19th game yesterday. He has pitched brilliantly down the stretch here for the Yankees, and he has become everything and then some that they paid for.
Zach Greinke of the Royals, the ERA leader, has only won 15 games. No fault of his own.
No.
But it's going to be hard to not give it to CC if he wins 20, which is something few do anymore. Adam Wainwright got his 19th last night, so we could have a 20-game winner in each league. Ian Desmond 3-1. Zimmerman next. Runner goes. Ball 4. 2 men aboard for Ryan Zimmerman, who's already homered today.
Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Let's check out our boys on their home run swings today. There you see the head down, full extension by Ryan Zimmerman as he goes to right center field for his home run to get us on the board with 1. And there you see the hands pulled back tight by Josh Willingham, and he has that inside power that he can pull it, and he hits his 24th home run of the season. So Coors Light catching the action on the Freeze Cam. And you got to feel good as a manager too when you rest a guy for a day, comes back first at bat, home run.
2-0. Look at that. August of last year, Albert Pujols, Ryan Ludwig got him while with the Dodgers. So that was the first time it happened this year. He only gave up 14 home runs all of last season. The exact same total as right now. High strike to Zimmerman, inside corner. 2-1. Most homers he's ever given up, 28 when he went 12-15 for the Dodgers 4 years ago. It's funny, when he has losing records, 05-07, he's given up 20 or more home runs. Willie Harris back in plenty of time. You can hear Marquise Grissom barking from up here over that first base coach's bat. He's got his eyes on the runner next to him, Desmond. By the way, LaRoche plays behind Ian. He gets a chance for a real big leadoff here. And Zimmerman takes ball 3.
Here's the 2-1 Northrop Grumman, and it just drops off. You see McCann try to frame the pitch at the end.
Oh, that's a tough pitch for Lowe not to get. Zimmerman to center, but he got it off the end of the bat. We'll see if Harris attempts a tag. Yeah, he will, because Nate McLouth was on his back foot when he caught that ball. It'll be first and third, 2 outs. Josh Willingham will be next. Pretty consistent. Last time he didn't win at least 12 was 0-1, when he went only 5-10 for the Red Sox, but he was a reliever back then. So as a starter, he's guaranteed a dozen, and then depending on how many homers he gives up, more than that.
Well, he's the only current active pitcher with that streak, and that just shows he's worth the money that the Braves paid for him.
Yep. Yeah, the last time he didn't win 12, he only made 3 starts.
Well, and they were saying that he was too old and there's no way he's going to make all his starts, and it's tough to argue with a guy who's never on the disabled list.
35 years of age, actually 36 now, had a birthday in June. And Willingham takes one close, but it misses 3-0.
Well, if it's low with Lowe, you got to let it go, because you're just going to either drive it into the ground or you're going to break your bat off, especially a righty. His mistake to Josh was he tried to get it over for a strike, and it was right in his wheelhouse, and he crushed it.
Bases loaded for Elijah Dukes.
Well, he probably feels with Elijah he can attack the outside zone as well as the inside zone, as he struck him out last time on breaking balls. Lowe's a very cool customer and a smart competitor. He's picking his poison right here. He'd rather go after Dukes than mess around with Willingham.
Nats lead 2-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs. A lot of room up the middle, a lot of room in left center. And he misses with another sinker. Dukes gets a breaking ball and pops it up. Shortstop Escobar. Nats lead 3. Their first 3 stranded today. On to the middle innings, 2-0 home team. Beautiful day at the ballpark, whether you're in the shade, out in the sun with your new Screech Build-A-Bear. Oh, look at that. School back tomorrow, kids. Sorry. But we'll be here. Mets and the Nats, a 3-game series commencing. Mass and HD, all 3. And tomorrow night, Ross Detweiler, Nelson Figueroa, J.D. Martin, Mike Pelfrey, John Lannon, Tim Redding. I look at those 3 pitching matchups and see no reason why the Nats can't win that series or do even further damage. And then it's on to Atlanta Thursday night to finish the season. Martin Prado for the Braves, top of the 4th. They're having a hard time centering Levon here so far.
You notice how they're trying to hack early in the count. They don't want to fall behind because they probably think they're going to get below 70-mile-an-hour stuff.
Very economical so far. There's that slow one.
'61. It's just outstanding that he can manipulate the zone like that with that kind of change in speeds. He's like Paul Berg. He's an old school type pitcher. Has to be able to hit his spots. Fun to watch.
Always comes up in great fielding position. And he got that one hanging up a little bit too much inside half. A fan interferes, and it'll be a ground rule double. And that could be a costly souvenir.
And Prado felt coming around first, and he is maybe embarrassed more than he is injured. But he gets, as you said, the hanging breaker. He pulls it down the line, and then whoops, a little loose dirt there. Didn't want to go down. A little too much mud or water around the first base area today.
Braves have their second base runner as far as second base, this time with nobody out. And here's Chipper. Flight out to center, first time up. That Prado, that kid's a doubles machine, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
That's his 35th of the year. Levon goes off speed, misses away. 2-0. They know each other well. Only one homer in all those 59 at bats. Nats lead 2-0 here in the 4th. Half of that in jeopardy at the moment. Levon working from the very first base end of that pitching rubber. And an off-speed pitch to the shortstop. Tough play, Desmond. Plants can't make a throw. They were playing Chipper up the middle, and that was a long way to go. The only good thing about that play is it was hit in front of Prado. He could not advance. First and second, nobody out, and a very dangerous Brian McCann.
Well, Chipper knows, okay, if I can't move the runner, I'll just go for a base hit. He did exactly what Chase Utley did against us with Philly. He stops his swing right there. He just hits it to the left side. And that is just good baseball. And then Desmond didn't compound that by trying to throw it and make a heroic throw. Better to eat it than throw it away.
Well, the double plays in order here. And McCann has hit into the second most double plays on the Braves, 16.
Got to watch that left side, though. He likes to just go with the pitch. Ian Desmond is playing up the middle for the double play.
Right down the middle with a fastball.
But we're pitching McCann away. You should play him away. Now he's pushing Gonzalez back and telling Dukes to move back.
And a fly ball to left center. Willingham takes charge. Runner tagging. That's not a good throw. If Josh throws the ball to second base, Chipper Jones stays at first. And the Nats give the Braves 90 feet times 2 on a routine fly ball.
Well, I'm going to chalk this up to the youth in the middle of the infield. Desmond and Gonzalez need to be controlling this throw where the cutoff man is situated. And as you said, you need to make that throw. You're not going to throw the guy out going towards center field at third base. So throw it into second base. But your cutoff guys have to be aligned properly.
Yeah.
So that's up to Gonzo and Desmond to work that communication out. That's just, as they get older, they'll learn that stuff. But got to take charge if you're one of the middle infielders.
But it hurts now because you have a hitter who's not a fast runner. And that would have been a double play ball right there. So instead of the inning over, the Braves get a run. So this game punishes you immediately when you do something fundamentally wrong. Now it's a 2-1 game. And Garrett Anderson gets his 59th RBI.
Well, and that's exactly what Rick Eckstein talks about with his hitters. Situational baseball, putting the ball on the carpet up the middle. Just cashed in a run for the Braves.
And here's Escobar, that outstanding hitter again with runners in scoring position. He failed the last time up, flying out to right with McCann at second base, one out in the second. Good breaking ball by Levon. Probably a fastball if it's 85. He must have had some away movement on it. Does he cut his fastball at all?
I'm sure he does something to manipulate it.
I mean,
is there anything that doesn't move that he throws?
I thought it was a breaking ball until I saw the radar gun.
Yeah.
I don't think he throws his breaking pitch 85.
No, he's not throwing an 85 slider, 87 top end fastball, but we'll go with the cutter.
Want to keep it out there again. He misses 1 and 2. Braves have scored here in the 4th. Challenge him with a fastball. Escobar makes him pay, and the game is tied. Escobar might be thinking 3 here. That ball's deep in the gap out there, and he's going to third base. So the simple matter of lining up on a fly ball cost the Nationals 2 runs here in the 4th inning. The inning could have been over.
Well, he takes something off the fastball here. It was only 84 on the gun, and you saw it check up, and I think it was a sinker that he was supposed to be running from the lefty batter's back box over the outside part of the plate for strike 3, and Even when Levon misses location, we talked about living on the edges. When he's in that hitting zone, very hittable.
Opponent's batting average of .309 coming into this game. .295 as a Nat. So the Braves have negated the Zimmerman and Willingham homers back in the first inning. And they've out hit the Nats 4-3 now.
Well, right-handed hitters came in today hitting .320 off of Levon on the season. So a lot of his pitches come back over the plate. Righties just sit there and feast on them.
Change up and a good grab by Jamie Burke. And a ball slapped out to center. Willie Harris going back. That sun's right behind home plate for him. The Braves get 2 runs on 3 hits, and we're all even after 3.5. Grappling, except when they come around the right field corner a little bit.
I could have sworn that I heard Thomas Jefferson tell Teddy to stay back at the end. Or maybe it's just the voices in my head. If you build it, he will come.
Ray's hearing voices out in the field. Mike Morris waits for a breaking ball. Drills it to left, and that ball is gone.
Yeah.
Mike Morris homers for the 2nd straight day. And the Nats are right back on top. You got to be strong to hit a ball out like that, Rob. Wasn't that high, had backspin on it, and only big men make those carry that far.
Well, I wouldn't mind trying to find a spot somewhere in this lineup for the big man. It's not going to be easy. Just keep hitting like this. It's a hanging breaking ball. He waits on it, keeps the hands back, and as Bob said, that was upper body strength, and he's got plenty of it. You got to keep the hands back, though. Not easy when a guy's a sinker baller.
Nice play by our fan out there. And a one-hopper from Jamie Burke to Chipper Jones. One out here in the 4th, right after the Nats have taken the lead on their 149th homer of the year. For Mike Morris, his 2nd in 2 days and his 5th big league home run.
And then he says to me today, he goes, I knew when I struck out those last couple of times you'd be ticked off at me. He said, don't worry about what I'm doing.
Hey, you know what?
You go out there and just play your game.
You know what, Rob? If he goes 2 for 4 with 2 bombs and 2 strikeouts,
exactly.
he'll be around for a long time. Mix in some doubles and singles, we'll be just fine here.
He's a good kid.
Well, I think, from what I know about you, your personality and your baseball career, you see a little bit of that gamer in him. And that's a good sliding catch by Matt Diaz, going to his right. He's helped by the fact that it's a right-handed batter. The ball slicing back toward him, but a very good play. But I think you see a little bit of yourself in a guy like Mike Morse, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, I was an underdog for many, many years. In fact, even in AAA my last year, they're calling everybody up, including the bat boy, before they called me up. So you got to try to catch a break here, catch a break there, and I've said this before, even Raul Ibanez, nobody knew what they had in him until he got his 500 at-bats. Yeah. So you really don't know what a guy's capable of until he gets a full season of at-bats under his belt.
Levon goes up hacking. On the Morse home run, the Nationals retake the lead. Zimmerman, Willingham, and now Morse. Big fellas hitting big flies today. Better than a month ago. Here we are in late September, and the Nats are on top of the Braves again. Desmond, that's a good play. That was an in-between hop. He was very aggressive on a ball Zimmerman could not cut off, and a very important first out again with the pitcher coming up.
Well, and this goes back to Mike Morse. Credit Mike Rizzo for the evaluation of some of the guys he's bringing in. Here's Desmond, the concentration. His true position right here. He's checking the runner out. I got plenty of arm for that guy, and he fires it over to first base for the out.
That kid's got a great arm.
Yeah.
Well, as we said yesterday, it's possible he might be at shortstop the rest of the way here. Christian Guzman nursing not only the bad feet that have bothered him, but a sore right shoulder. And the Nats may not want him doing anything but swinging a bat.
No, not when you walk in the clubhouse and I'm looking at Craig Stammen and Jordan Zimmerman, and then I see Jesus Flores still in a sling for the next month and a half. We know Christian Guzman can play. Let's see what some of these other youngsters can do. Hopefully the Nationals will never be in a position to just let guys play. Be playing for the postseason. Oh, Pokes the ball. Oh, he didn't.
Great effort, buddy.
That is an A1 effort.
I'm just glad nobody was in that seat in front of him.
Yeah, I hope nobody got injured. Look at this.
So long.
Oh, goodness gracious.
He had something. He had like a bag or something hooked around the bottom of his ankle that went flying too.
Yeah, he's not going to go get that right now.
2-2 to Derek Lowe.
Boy, what people won't do for what, about a $15 ball?
They say those game-used balls are really valuable, even if they're hit by a pitcher. And Zimmerman's going to have to charge here. Uses the glove, and he didn't get anything on the throw. If Ryan had that to do over again, I bet he would go bare hand. He thought with the pitcher running, he'd be able to get it there.
It's a swinging bunt right here. It's coming into out of the shade and into the sun, and he takes it, tries to flick it over there, and Lowe, as I said, D. Lowe, pretty good athlete, gets down the line here.
One on, one out. Top of the order, Nate McLouth.
Now you got to roll a ground ball. You got the pitcher clogging up the bases. Get yourself out of the inning.
And keep in mind, on a ground ball to Mike Morse, he might step on his bag first and then throw to second.
He almost, like an Adam Dunn, was able to stretch out and make that play.
Levon goes low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Mets have stretched out their lead to 4-0 at Florida. And the Marlins are the ones going to Atlanta tomorrow.
1-1 pitch right there. Looks like it's on the black. Not getting a low one today, neither side.
2-1 count to McLouth. He'll pull it foul. Glenn Hubbard will get out of the way. I was asking some of the Atlanta guys Friday night if there's any chatter around the ball club about who might take over for Bobby Cox after next year when he steps upstairs. I thought Glenn Hubbard's a guy, very solid. He was a player for the Braves, very fundamental guy. I could see him being a manager. Terry Pendleton's name did come up. And a hot shot that gets by Gonzalez. First and second, 1 out. Alberto did not get behind that ball. And they have 2 men aboard, and Debbie Taylor, Levon, Jamie Burke working together haven't done that very much.
And I asked Jamie before the game just how challenging it is to catch a pitcher that you're not familiar with, and he admitted that it's tough. He said the big thing was for Levo to explain his pitches and where he likes to set up. Now, Will Nieves had this advice for Burke: make him feel comfortable and move your whole body to the corners. Levo doesn't like the catcher in the middle of the plate. Also, he had said to have a low target, and as for Will, he's got the green light for tomorrow, he said, if it doesn't rain. Bob?
Matt's still coming back from that hamstring. Don't want him slipping around if it's wet. I think the battery's done just fine so far. Unfortunately, a couple of defensive glitches. A Josh Willingham throw to the wrong bag last inning led to 2 Atlanta runs. And Gonzalez not able to knock that ball down. Now you're getting into good hitters in their order: Prado, Jones, McCann, the next 3. Martin Prado 4 for 9 in this series. He has scored 5 runs. He's been more like a leadoff guy than Nate McLouth has, who's 2 for 13. And this is a hitter that keeps wearing out Washington pitching this year. Up the middle. Gonzalez. Desmond turns around and completes the double play. A beautiful baseball ballet at second base. The Nats turn a 4-6-3. Top of the fifth is over, and this time the defense shines. By PRADO, it hit the mound, slowed up a bit, changed directions, and then Gonzalez and Desmond did the rest. Rob, that was a pretty play by Desmond up the middle.
Absolutely. Well, this is a tough play by Gonzalez. He makes a great catch. It smacks off the mound, slows it up enough, and then you see the nice 360 by Desmond. Pretty flip right there. And that's what playing together a few times will help you with. You know the guy's going to be there. It's all about timing. You know a guy's barreling down on you.
Boy, his arm gets the ball to first base in a hurry.
Well, sweet feed right there by PRADO. That's not an easy play. They made it look easy, but the ball caromed off the mound, like you said, was a shot up the middle. And he had to readjust his thinking on catching the ball and then flip it over there.
Halfway through the ball game, top of the order for the Nats. Aflac trivia.
Here he comes.
Aflac.
The three pitchers with a 20-win season and a 40 save season.
One of them.
Derek Lowe, 21 wins with Boston, 42 saves a couple of years before that. Did Dennis Eckersley ever win 20?
I think the Eck won 20.
Starter and how about John Smoltz? Wouldn't it be Smoltz, Eckersley, and Lowe?
What about Hoyt Wilhelm?
I don't know if he pitched enough to win 20 games one year. There's a catcher in an asylum somewhere.
What was the knuckleballs? Wakefield one year was pretty good as a closer. He didn't get 40 saves, but
yeah. I gotta go with Smoltz, Lowe, and Eckersley. Top of the order. Willie Harris 1 for 2 today. Willie, another base hit. So Harris back coming alive a bit. Willie now 4 for 10 in this series. And this is the first time today he's been aboard leading off an inning. And only the second time in this series he's been aboard leading off an inning. So let's see if the Nats might have some running in mind. You have a young hitter in Desmond who hits the ball hard on the ground. He can stay all over the ball and hit it right side. They have to hold Harris, who's stolen 11 bases. The Nats haven't gotten themselves into many pure running situations lately, Rob, because they've always been behind in ball games, and you have to be so conservative with your running game. If you don't have a Niger Morgan and you're not sure a guy can steal, you're really rolling the dice.
Well, and when you're down 4 or 5 runs, that run is critical, and you don't want to get thrown out. So you kind of have to go station to station baseball. Yeah. So when you're always chasing the lead, it's not easy to manage that way. It's not easy to play baseball that way.
Kansas City giving Minnesota a headache this afternoon. 3-0 Royals. Bottom of the second at home. The Tigers are still tied 1-1 at Chicago in the third inning against the White Sox. Harris started, stopped, and Desmond takes a strike.
Man, those Royals are just all over people this month.
Yeah, they've had a bad week, though, suddenly. They've lost 4 in a row, and Cleveland leapfrogged them into 4th place yesterday, but they've been tough to play. And nobody in a pennant race wants to face Zach Greinke, who is pitching today, by the way, 15-8. Desmond hits it hard and just foul. Liriano for Minnesota, 5-12. Greinke for Kansas City, 15-8. Ichiro thrown out yesterday, and we think he might be the first Mariner thrown out of a game since Jim Riggleman was managing there last year. Freddie Sanchez of the Giants, former batting champion, tore his left meniscus. And the Yankees continue to dominate the Red Sox. CC Sabathia and company 3-0 yesterday.
Speaking of Boston, Dennis Eckersley back in 78, 20-8. So that's part of your question.
Yeah, we know he had a 40 save season, didn't he?
Oh, goodness gracious. 45, 48, 43, 51. He had 390 saves.
All right, how about Mr. Schmaltz?
I'm pretty sure you're right on Schmaltzy.
2-2 to Desmond here. Emergency hack to stay alive.
Schmaltzy 24-8 in 96, and then 55, 45, and 44 in his 3 years as the closer.
Back to the pond, Medwick. Way outside, 3-2. Well, I would think Jim Riggleman would start the runner here. He doesn't get to manage while ahead very often. He has his best hitter on deck. And Willie Harris is 11 out of 15 this year. There he goes. Well hit, foul. Nationals running game down to 13th in the league in terms of steals, with 70 on the year.
All right, we'll bludgeon you. We got some hammers.
The day Nyjer Morgan got hurt in Chicago, the Nats had 63 steals. Look at that ball spinning back fair for LaRoche. It was going foul, took a left turn, and then Willie Harris gets to second base with 1 out. Nyjer Morgan stole 2 bases the day he got hurt. Numbers 62 and 63 for the Nationals. So look at that. 7 steals since. And that was exactly 1 month ago today. That was game number 128. Today is game number 155. There's Ryan Zimmerman, a homer and an RBI today. Willingham next, the same. And a big run sitting out there. Ryan would have to have an amazing final week to tie or surpass his career high in RBIs with 110 back in 06. Braves getting their bullpen going.
Kawakami.
Kenshin Kawakami.
How much did they pay for him? Like 32 mil or something?
Yeah, he started 25 games this year, 7 and 11 with a 3.92 ERA.
But my point being, it's pretty good. Your 6th guy in the rotation is in your bullpen.
Zimmerman, another long fly to center. Willie Harris will be able to tag and go to third. On the catch by Nate McLouth. Well, he will not. I'm a little surprised, but he's already in scoring position. And 2 outs now with Willingham coming up. He's homered and walked.
Laying the hammer down.
So Josh now has hit 24 on the year. Let's check some of his home run totals in Florida. He was hurt last year, hit 15, only played 102 games. He hit 21 in 07. His career high, 26, when he was a Rookie of the Year candidate in 06. He also hit 277 that year. Willingham, 61 runs batted in.
Well, Willie can get a huge lead because Escobar is way over in the third base hole.
And they don't have Jeff Francoeur in right field anymore. So the Atlanta arms, probably McLouth would be the best arm in center.
You need to be walking home on a base hit.
Yep. McLouth not using the flip downs, just going with the pure shade look. On a beautiful sunny Sunday afternoon here in late September. 2-1 to Willingham. And a 2-2 and a good take by Josh.
Well, he's continually pitching around Hammer to get to Dukes. He's got first base open.
Yeah, until Elijah does something to change that, right? Willingham gets one to short. They're playing him way over the pole. Escobar, low throw. Good scoop by LaRoche. And the Nats strand their fourth runner of the day. On to the sixth inning. 3-2 Washington. The Nats have had their share of additional chances against Derek Lowe after scoring 3 runs.
Well, and he's very tough to score off of, but he has had a 5 ERA on the road, so he's we're capable of scoring some more runs, and I think we need to score a few more runs. You don't want to try to play a one-run ball game with this team. I think that the Braves, they just put together great professional at-bats. They don't try to do too much when they get somebody in scoring position, and that could come back once the bullpen's in the ball game, unless Levi can go 8 or 9 innings today.
Chipper Jones drives it to left. Willingham toward the line. Plenty of time, plenty of room, and a very important out to start the 6th inning. All right, let's see how we did on relievers and starters who won 20 and saved 40. Got them all.
Yeah.
We've had a good week in trivia, Rob. I got a feeling The truck's not going to stand for this for long. Oh, they say they're letting up on us.
Yeah, they're throwing us some softball trivia questions, but we appreciate it.
That's okay. Making us feel better about ourselves going into the off season. Brian McCann 1 for 2.
I will gladly miss every trivia question to win 95 games.
I'd like to go 48 and 47 myself and win 95 on the trivia. Levon Hernandez, 5 innings, 72 pitches. McCann still wearing the eyeglasses. Boy, he hits well. He leads them to victories, doesn't he?
Yeah. Why don't we just walk him?
Yeah.
Because when he hits 213, they can't win.
Well, he's hitting 500 today. He's a product of that outstanding baseball program they have down in the Atlanta area, just north of town. It's called Cobb County. McCann, Francoeur, others have come out of there. Brian McCann has an older brother, Brad, who's played in the Florida organization. His dad, Howard, a former baseball coach at Marshall University. Great family. But that area down there produces as much great baseball talent as anywhere, any single place in Southern California, Arizona, or Florida, or Texas.
Now you really see Jamie Burke getting outside on that last pitch, even throwing his glove out there. That's where he wanted it. They've worked pretty well together for guys that have never worked together before.
Had him reaching on 2-2. Levon lets the ground ball go. He knew Gonzalez and where he was. 2 outs. We see Levon do that all the time. He doesn't want to deflect a ball that he knows he may not be able to catch. T-shirt Tuesday, 48 hours plus from now, the last of the season. First 10,000 fans, a free Natstown T-shirt. Nats Mets 705. Nationals.com. Stop by the box office here at the ballpark out on N Street. Or call 202-675-NATS. Garrett Anderson 0 for 2 with an RBI ground ball. Phillies now lead at Milwaukee 4-1. Mets still lead. They're in the bottom of the 7th already at New York. As Pat Mish has been pitching well, and that ball is well foul. And again, that's Josh Johnson that the Mets got 4 runs against. Came into that game 15 and 5. We see a number 37 jersey here every day now.
You'd like to see the guy fill it.
Yeah, the guy who really wears it.
If he can fill it as well as Tommy Hanson fills his for the Braves, will be quite happy.
And a ball drilled to center. Here comes Willie Harris. 1-2-3 for Levon in the top of the 6th inning. Dukes, Morse, Burke. Nats lead 3-2. rapid rewind. Time to look over your bat, get it ready to do some damage, and swing away for Ryan Zimmerman. Josh Willingham would do the same against Derek Lowe in that 2-run first inning. And after the Nats had relinquished the lead, Mike Morse took a turn, leading off the bottom of the fourth. Zimmerman's 32nd, Willingham 24th, Morse second. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. Your world delivered. Screech Build-A-Bear Day here at the ballpark. And the Nats lead 3-2. The hits are even at 5 going into the bottom of the 6th. Dukes, Morse, and Burke. But Derek Lowe's batting spot when the 7th inning commences is 4 spots away. Could be his last inning. And a pop-up caught by LaRoche. Next up, Mike Morse, who's homered in 2 of his last 5 at-bats. Mike Morse is from Plantation, Florida. Nats got him from Seattle June 28th in a deal with minor leaguers for Ryan Langerhans. He had shoulder reconstruction surgery April 22nd of last year for a torn labrum when he dove for a ball in right field with the Mariners April 13th of last year. And this year combined Tacoma and Syracuse, 322, 16 homers, 86 RBIs. And those 86 RBIs came in 110 games. So the guy's got some pop and he can produce runs. Hard sinker down and in. 1-2. Peter Moylan warming for the Braves, who might be changing pitcher soon, but Derek Lowe still has good stuff. That's only his 3rd strikeout of the day. And 2 outs here in the 6th. Next up, Jamie Burke.
Northrop Grumman shows you the sinker. Pulled out his best stuff for Mike Morse. Sweeping curveballs, big time sinkers.
I bet you Brian McCann feels how heavy that sinker is.
Oh, I bet if you asked him after the game. And his hand is probably killing him. His thumb is probably numb.
A ball and a strike to Burke, who's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a grounder. Blown away 2-1. Reaching, perfectly placed, and Jamie Burke has his first base hit as a National Leaguer. Keeping the inning alive for Alberto Gonzalez.
Throws the sinker over the left-handed part of the plate, left-handed batter's box, and brings it back over the end of the plate. Burke doesn't try to pull it, he puts it back up the middle for a single.
Alberto Gonzalez 0 for 2 today. He was hitting 7th yesterday when he singled twice, scored a run. And another one up the middle. Well struck by Alberto Gonzalez. And the Nats have 2 on. That'll get Levon to the plate here in the 6th inning.
And Lowe is under attack with 2 outs.
Nats getting 3 singles out of these last 8 hitters this 3rd time around the order.
There you see, you can't do too much against Lowe. You take what he gives you. Short, sweet. Gonzo with another hit. Hitting down on the ball.
And Levon's been known to drive in a run here and there. He's done it 75 times in his career. Roger McDowell. Peter Moylan up earlier, the right-hander. And now Eric O'Flaherty, who pitched 2/3 of an inning yesterday. And the Nats got a hit. 3 hits, in fact, and a run against him in the 9th inning. And here's Levon, who has 7 hits this year. There's a wild pitch that'll move both base runners ahead. Wow.
Sweet.
I bet you Levon hasn't had too many years at the plate when he hasn't driven in at least 1 run. So many he had last year. And he's got a chance to do something about that here in the 6th inning. Outfield around to the right. He takes it away, 2-0. And he's gone ball 3 on the pitcher here.
Levon did a nice job of laying off that pitch.
That was close, wasn't it?
Very close. Take a walk right here to bring Willie Harris up. He's got a couple of knocks today. I doubt he'll be swinging 3-0.
Generous call.
What a goof. He squared the bunt like he was going to lay down some kind of bunt.
I wonder if he'll take again.
And you mentioned it too. He let that ball go, let Gonzo field it. I mean, this guy just knows the game.
At the knees.
Make him throw you a couple strikes.
All right, he's going to make him throw in 3 of them.
Northrop Grumman, it's a little low, but to the pitcher. Scott Berry says, yes, it is.
3-2 with 2 men on, and Levon stays alive. Not often we show you a pitcher's career numbers with runners in scoring position. His overall career average coming into today, 228. Almost that good in situations like these. He'll bounce it up the middle. Escobar, the shortstop. And the Braves are out of the inning. That could be it for Derek Lowe. We shall see. Top of the 7th. Nats still lead 3-2. They only use hickory wood in their barbecue pits. They smoke their meat up to 8 hours. 170 restaurants in 37 states, 400 awards they've won over the years. And here's some more famous Dave's Exmo for you, Rob.
Yep, well, there's some nice rib action right there, taken low deep. And here's the Zim. When he's not hitting home runs, he's making great plays at third base. And famous Dave's on the Exmo here. Checking out Zim's swing to right center field. That young man or girl likes that. I think that's a girl with pink tongue.
And by the way, Rod Dibble won an award today. He became the first TV analyst in years to analyze the first 2 innings of a ball game while consuming 3 pounds of barbecue. Congratulations, Rob. It's
not easy to try to talk and stuff ribs in your face.
You were outstanding. I bet you nobody knew until I just mentioned it. Oh, the humanity. You should have seen
the humanity. And it was delicious. Cannot lie.
Escobar, LaRoche, and Diaz. 6, 7, and 8 for the Braves in the 7th. Levon misses up and away, and the count's even. 1-1. Bullpen busy.
And he wants a piece of the Braves.
You know, it'll be an interesting game later today in Colorado, and they're just underway, by the way. St. Louis coming off a clinching party last night, throwing Kyle Loesch against Jorge De La Rosa. Rockies have to keep winning. And then you have a St. Louis ball club that just clinched, but they know they have to keep winning as well.
No rest for the weary.
Nobody wants to go to LA to start the playoffs.
I do. Oh, that's where I live.
Right field, near the line, long run for Dukes. He's there, right up against the wall, and he couldn't get it as the ball and Dukes got there at the same time. Very difficult play. Elijah banged into the left field wall in Cincinnati last year, injuring his knee. And you're always concerned on a play like this. Bang.
Oh, gave a great effort. Wall comes up fast when you're going full out. Very nice effort. And that was real speed. I heard the wall say ouch.
Three balls and 2 strikes to Escobar, leading off the top of the 7th. Missing with a fastball, and that's the tying run aboard. Levon Hernandez, first walk of the day. Final home game is Wednesday. Lots of celebration and great giveaways going on. Nats and the Mets at 4:35. And you get a free Curly W fleece blanket to take home with you if you're one of the first 20,000 fans through the gates. Get your tickets, nationals.com, or call 202-675-NATS. Next hitter, Adam LaRoche, 0 for 2 today. That ball is drilled right center, heading for the scoreboard, and it hits right at the bottom. They're going to send the runner. Gonzalez throw late, and the game is tied. The Nationals played the relay perfectly, but that's a great situation by Brian Snitker, the third base coach, knowing the speed of his runner. And Adam LaRoche ties the game with a double.
Well, when you walk the leadoff man, you're in danger of giving up a run. And right here, tries to make something happen. Pitch was supposed to be outside. He throws it inside. Great relay here by Willie Harris to Gonzo to Burke. Just Escobar just gets around Burke's tag. Well, now you got to try to minimize the damage of your leave-on. Here you see the Exmo on the tag.
Inches short of tagging him. If the throw is a little closer to the plate, they get him. And a bunt. No man's land, or did Morse save it? Yes, he did. Great play by Morse. Sacrifice good. LaRoche to third base on a close call right there.
This is a great bunt right here. Gets by Levon by Diaz. Morse with a fantastic play, and Gonzo over there makes a great catch. That was a do-or-die play, and that might be it for Levon. That is.
Derek Lowe's done. He gives an at 6 innings, 3 runs on 7 hits. He strikes out 3, walks only 2. Levon, a similar line. He's done. And Tyler Clippard coming in against Greg Norton. First time that's happened to Derek Lowe this year. Yunel Escobar has just slid home with the tying runs, had another good day. Mike Morse has hit a homer for the 2nd consecutive day for the Nationals. 37-year-old Greg Norton will face Tyler Clippard with the infield in. And in a few minutes, it'll be a tricky time of the day to hit as the shadows from our press box here encroach upon the batter's box. Adam LaRoche at third base, 1 out. Not a runner with what you would call great speed. Greg Norton, a very experienced veteran pinch hitter. He's 10 for 65 with 6 pinch RBIs this year, 3 from either side of the plate.
Well, and he's just trying to lift the ball deep enough to the outfield to score the runner from third, so you don't want to give him that kind of pitch. Nice. 1-0 slider, beautifully done. Sure, Norton was looking for a heater.
Ground ball. Morse right to the bag. Nifty play. Maybe a game-saving play. We'll find out. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. He charged it and was aggressive with it.
Once again, stops a double down the line, tags the bag, looks for the runner to see where LaRoche was. This is just perfect all the way around. Can't beat having a couple of 6'6", 6'7" first basemen.
Two outs now. Top of the order, Nate McLouth. Base hit off the glove of Gonzalez last time, and Clipper to breaking ball. Two and 0.
Different pitches for 3 balls. This is the guy that's struggling in this series. You want to attack McLeod. PRADO has had a pretty good series.
You don't want him. McLouth 2 for 13. Walked him on 4. Second walk of the inning.
Well, I didn't like the pitch selection to begin with. You start him off with a slider, fastball, changeup, fastball.
Too many pitches for a reliever in a game situation.
It is. The game's on the line. You're using all of your pitches in your repertoire when you just really needed to throw a strike. You got to know the guy on deck. You don't want to face this guy.
Martin PRADO 1 for 3 with a double today. Robbed of an RBI hit last time when his drive up the middle hit the mound and turned into a 4-6-3 double play.
Got to work ahead as a reliever. You cannot fall behind. Fell behind Norton. Norton hit a smash down the first base line. Was lucky that Morse caught it.
Bat going close to crossing over the plate. Another heater, hard swing, counts 1 and 2. Every pitch big for the Braves here in a 3-3 game, 7th inning. 1-2. Got him on a fastball upstairs. Foul tipped. Burke held on. And it's 7th inning stretch time here at Nationals Park in a tie game. So the Braves leave a couple of runners. They've left 5 today. Levon charged with all 3 Atlanta runs. And it's time for what we know will be a wonderful rendition of God Bless America from our favorite singer when he drops by Nationals Park. and the players give back. The Nats are offering free tickets to military personnel for the final game on Wednesday. 5,000 free tickets available. All active military personnel can pick up your tickets starting at noon on September 30th, Wednesday, at the Nationals Park Grand Staircase box office. Now, that's located on 1st Street while supplies last. Limited 4 tickets per person with a valid military ID. And again, starting at noon on Wednesday, the Grand Staircase box office, that's located on 1st Street. Willie Harris with a long fly ball, starting off the 7th. It's off the scoreboard. He's thinking 3. He's going 3. He has a triple. And Willie Harris is 3 for 4 today. He continues to just burn his former team, doesn't he?
Well, and Moylan got the sinker ball. That one didn't sink too well, but I'm sure, like you said, former teammate knew exactly what this ball was going to do, and he waited on it and crushed it.
This could be the second time today the Nationals, after the Braves tie it, answer immediately with a go-ahead run. Ian Desmond's turn, 0 for 2 with a walk today. Fastball in there. The Braves have their infield in with nobody out here in the 7th. Peter Moylan's 84th game. 68 innings over that time. And in ball games, he ties the Mets' Pedro Feliciano for the National League lead. In fact, for the Major League lead. Ryan McCann got that one. Looked like the bare hand.
On the Exmo, you'll see that hand should be behind his rear end. Johnny Bench made that famous. And that's why you put the hand behind your back, as the foul tip from Desmond gets him flush. It's around the thumb. He's still shaking it.
Some ominous clouds approaching us from the west.
I don't know, are they cumulus? Nimbus?
I don't know, but I know they're ominous. There's something. Field lights are on now. And McCann may have taken a trip to the mound just for the aching in his hand to subside a bit. Willie Harris, by the way, now 6 for 11 in this series. The best he's swung the bat in the last couple of weeks. Desmond jammed, ground ball, LaRoche, and no chance for Willie Harris to go anywhere. Ryan Zimmerman and Peter Moylan. It's a matchup that'll live in infamy in this ballpark. March 30th, opening night 2008. Bottom of the 10th inning, and the Nationals won the game 2-1. And by the way, that's the last time the Nats were over 500, when they were 1-0 last year. Ryan 1 for 3 with a home run today.
That's pretty good that that's the last home run that Moylan's given up, spanning all of last season and this season. It's impressive.
Yep.
He rolls the ball over with that sidearm motion to get that sink on it.
That's amazing. He gives one up on opening night, and it goes almost 2 years. 2-0. Nationals 0 for 6. They're going to walk Zimmerman now and set up a double play. They figured, okay, we don't get him out on the first 2 pitches. We're not going to throw the ball over the plate anyway, so why not go ahead and walk him?
Maybe Frank Wren is watching the telecast. And last time he gave him a home run, yeah, let's put this guy on. Called down to Bobby Cox. And now Roger McDowell is actually, I think this is the first trip we've seen McDowell in the series.
Verizon Fios, it presents Nets Extra postgame coming up. Johnny and Ray, the Nats have had 3 long balls today. Zimmerman, Willingham, and Morse. Highlights of some postgame activities that are taking place at the ballpark later. And tomorrow night, Nelson Figueroa and Ross Detweiler. Eric O'Flaherty. I guess he's pitching or warming up still because Bobby Cox thinks at some point the Nats might pinch hit Pete or Adam Dunn.
Nah,
but it's nothing but right-handers.
Moore's coming up. I'm not taking power down for singles hitters. Especially with Moylan, he throws that sinker that comes down and into the righty sweet spot.
Yeah, left-hander, that's a double play pitch waiting to happen.
Right in the wheelhouse.
Here's Willingham. Josh has 1 RBI today. Nasty pitch right near his hands, but a strike.
Just where Josh likes it, throw another one of those.
Yeah. He got ahead of Desmond and jammed him. Great speed at third base and Willie Harris. Ryan Zimmerman at first. Thank goodness Josh was able to check his swing there. Any ground ball that's hit, if they don't come home, Ryan Zimmerman has to go hard into the bag at second and take somebody out. Half swing, strike 2.
Just when you start looking for the sinker, he throws a big sweeping curveball. For Josh Willingham, you want to stay away from hitting it on the ground. You want to try to drive it to the outfield.
And a big 1-2 pitch coming. Willingham's going to take a front door breaking ball and strike out. And you look at a pitch like that, that had fly ball written all over it, but Josh couldn't pull the trigger. 2 outs now.
Well, this pitch, you'll see on the pitch track, starts off inside, comes across the inside part of the plate.
Dukes has been overmatched by a right-hander with sinkers already today, Derek Lowe. And now Peter Moylan against Dukes, who's 0 for 3.
Only takes 1.
Evidently nobody expecting that breaking pitch.
Wow. Dropping down Laredo. It looks like it's coming right out of righty.
He's got him taking the strikes and swinging at the balls. Target away. And Dukes called out. Evidently the strikes are available on both sides of the plate. And Peter Moylan, after a leadoff triple, keeps the Nats from scoring.
as we go to the top of the 8th inning. The next game on Masson HD versus the New York Mets will be Nelson Figueroa. 2-7 with a 4.8 earned run average. He's 0-4 with a 5.4 in his last 4 starts versus Ross Detweiler. 0-6 with a 5.7 earned run average. 0-5 in 9 games versus the National League East. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Nats Extra, hosted by Johnny Holiday and Ray Knight. Something Bob's got to give him that one.
And this one too. Chipper Jones, Brian McCann, Garrett Anderson for the Braves, top of the 8th. 3-3 game. Nationals have now hit Atlanta 8-6. Chipper 1 for 3 today with an infield hit. And in the series, he's 5 for 13. Pulls it hard. Mike Morse has been gobbling up everything over there today. I am very impressed with his defense.
Why? Because he catches the ball?
Correct. Well, that's the first part of it. And the ones he didn't catch, Rob, he's kept them in front of him.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that ball was sharply hit. He's got a little snow cone with the palm going there.
He was going to knock it down. You have to realize if you're a first baseman or a second baseman, you have a little bit more time to worry about the guy getting to first. So the key is to keep it in front of you.
Brian McCann's 1 for 3.
Clippard can get McCann right here. I feel pretty good about our chances. We showed that graphic when he's hitting around 220. Yeah, Braves can't win.
Yep, 2-1, pulled the string on him. Colorado has scored 2 runs at home in the first inning against St. Louis. Braves, I'm sure, aware of that.
See the wild swing of McCann, expecting fastball. He got the changeup.
And a fly ball left side. Zimmerman has room. And 2 outs here to start off the top of the 8th. Today's copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. Garrett Anderson, and there are raindrops. Conditions darkening here considerably. Garrett Anderson today 0 for 3. 2 ground balls. One of them drove in a run back in the 4th. He pulls it hard to right. Dukes. Yes. Elijah got a great jump on it. Hauled it in while he was on a full gate. Morse, Burke, and Gonzalez, bottom 8. Game still tied thanks to this play. at southwest.com. Raindrops falling at the ballpark as we go bottom 8. The Nats and the Braves are all tied at 3. As mentioned, Colorado has a 2-0 lead early at home. Reed Gurecki, a former Blue Hen from the University of Delaware, takes over in left field. Here comes Mike Morse, 1 for 3 today, and that one hit, Rob, a big one back in the 4th.
Well, it was huge. Not easy to square up Derek Lowe. Threw a breaking ball to Mike. He kept the hands back, and that was all upper body strength. 2 days in a row with a home run for the Morse. Well, you're wondering why Moylan's so tough on righties. They're hitting 222 off of Moylan this year. No home runs. Has allowed 1 run in his last 10 outings. But like Feliciano, does not work inning after inning after inning. He only had 68 innings coming in 83 appearances. He's a right-handed specialist.
He threw 16 pitches in that scoreless inning. Most of them strikes, and he has Mike Morse 1 and 2 here in the 8th. Breeze is kicking up now, blowing in from the west. Serious jam job right there. And Moylan to LaRoche for the first out in the 8th. Next up, Jamie Burke and then Alberto Gonzalez. What a weekend for rain, and somehow got through the ball game yesterday without interruption. Burke, a base hit up the middle last time. I'm not sure anybody's taken a swing at the breaking ball yet. Unless it's out there. He buckled down after Willie Harris hit that leadoff triple.
He is filthy on righties. Throws a sinker in on the hands of Desmond. Then he throws nothing but inside breaking balls, and then an outside breaking ball to Elijah Dukes to end the threat. You got that right arm flailing right at the hitter. It's hard for them to keep that front hip in. There you saw it. Alberto stepping towards the Brave bench. This is a guy that they just don't see that much of at this level. The pitch comes at his front hip, so that front hip gets out of the way, and it's all upper body after that.
He is overmatching everybody. Peter Moylan, 6 great outs after he gave up the triple to Willie Harris. 9th inning coming up in a tie game. game. An invitation to visit the official online shop of the Nationals, nationals.com. Largest selection of authentic team gear, caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, straight from the source. Nationals.com, the shop. Tyler Clifford's out there. He's registered 5 outs. Peter Moylan 6. And these two having a pretty good bullpen duel right now. That ball gets by Ryan Zimmerman, and Escobar's aboard. They'll give him a hit. Now let's see what a contending ball club does with the leadoff man aboard as opposed to a last place ball club.
I don't know if that's a base hit. I know we want him to win the Gold Glove, but that ball's got to be caught.
Here's LaRoche. Nobody warming in the Atlanta bullpen. They must love the way Peter Moylan's throwing and figure he's got plenty left in the tank. But if they go ahead, Soriano, maybe Gonzalez will pop up. You know what might have been the worst thing that happened to the Nats in the 7th inning? When he went 2-0 on Zimmerman. It took the bat out of Ryan's hands. And they're looking to move the runner over.
Yeah, let's take another look at this base hit right here. You can't have it both ways. We show nothing but highlight reels. That ball goes right underneath his glove. That should be an error.
That's one of the few times that Ryan hasn't had the glove low to come up to the ball.
But you can't pad his stats because he is a fantastic fielder. It's going to happen. Guys make errors.
1-1.
And I think even if you'd ask him, he'd say that was an error. He's a fantastic third baseman.
Way out ahead of an off-speed pitch. 1-2 to LaRoche, who drove in a double off the wall last time after Livan Hernandez walked Escobar leading off the 7th. The Nats have given the Braves 3 runs today on a misdirected throw from the outfield and a leadoff walk, and then the resulting hits afterward. And LaRoche high in the air to center. Willie Harris for the first out. Getting down near the bottom of the Atlanta Braves order as we arrive at the top of the hour here. A ball game 2 hours and 23 minutes old as we hit 4 o'clock. Bob, Rob, Debbie here at the ballpark. Masson 2. And a pretty good battle. Here comes Jim Riggleman to the mound to speak with Clifford. He has Mike McDougal ready. Half of the bullpen is covered by a tarp. McDougal warming up on the other half.
I think Jim just wants to know how Tyler wants to face Diaz right here and let the infield know exactly what's going on so you can try and turn a double play if you can get the ground ball. I like it. Get everybody on the same page. And Steve McCatty tells his pitchers, if you don't like what the catcher puts down, step out, tell him to go through the signs again and get something you do like.
Matt Diaz 0 for 2 with a sacrifice today. The shortstop Desmond really cheating up the middle for double play position. There's Omar Infante, who's on deck to hit for the pitcher Moylan. Anything to get Peter Moylan out of this game would be good, as long as the Braves don't score. And Tim Foley, who managed at Syracuse this year, getting his thoughts known. 1-1 to DIAZ. Clippard working extremely slowly here. And a bouncing ball. Could be two. Gonzalez turns it. Yes! On a 6-4-3.
Great play.
He and Desmond had to go to his right. He was shaded up the middle. The Nats still pull it off. Number 9 spot coming up in the ninth. Tie game. Hey, Johnny, I think we'll take the whatever.
It's easy for Johnny to say.
And Mike Gonzalez, a guy who's not that easy to hit in situations like this. The Nats do have a versatile hitter to lead off, though, as Christian Guzman, the switch hitter, will lead off. He's been better from the right side of the plate this year.
And like Moylan, Gonzalez, no picnic to hit off of. He will be all over the place, dancing, moving. Comes from the third base side of the rubber.
Christian Guzman, 302 from the right side.
There you go. Beautiful shot, gentlemen. And ladies. I know there's some ladies in the truck.
Up and away with a fastball. Bottom of the ninth underway. 3-3 game. The Nats trying to break a 3-game losing streak and end an Atlanta 5-game winning streak. Guzman gets jammed. He might get lucky, and he does.
That's what you need.
And now the Nats could pinch run for him based on how his feet are feeling. And Justin Maxwell's coming out. Willie Harris has one walk-off blast this year, but he might be bunting.
Or you pull back the punt and you hit a home run right here. No. Yeah, I would say you try to get this guy to second, get him in. Get you the W.
Blinding speed at first in Justin Maxwell, who's been known to steal a base in the ninth inning, too. Willie shows bunt, takes the pitch. Probably a good pitch to lay off. It was a high strike.
I'd like to see Gonzalez's move from where he stands. He is on the third base side of the rubber. I'd like to see him throw it over there. Try to get him to throw over on you. There you go. He's got so much stuff going on that I think as soon as he lifts that leg, you take off.
Harris squared around already. Takes it outside. And the count's even 1-1. By the way, the Braves just got some pretty good news from Colorado. St. Louis just came up with 3 runs. That's not good. Situational hitting It's really been a bad day. It's an all or nothing Nationals attack today. One out. Now you can't bunt.
No, but you can still try to steal second here or even hit and run. Hopefully Gonzalez throws just something away from Desmond. Desmond try to hit it through that hole to the right side.
And the good thing is, Rob, with a right-handed batter, if he takes off, the second baseman would go to the bag.
He tried.
And then Ian got a little out of control there. He's 0 for 3 today, and 3 for his last 29. Sun trying to come back out here. Looks like the rain, if it hasn't stopped, it has really subsided. Of course, the hitters probably don't want those shadows to reappear between home plate and the pitcher's mound either. Maxwell, perfect, 5 for 5. Not a big lead, though. And Desmond's going to have to cut down that swing.
Well, and now you got to forget the hit and run and everything. You just got to put the ball in play, make contact.
He pops it up. Fair ball, 2 outs. It'll be up to Zimmerman here. Brian Zimmerman, the master of the walk-off. Latest victim, Florida Marlins. 3 weeks ago today.
Leo Nunez.
That was the Nationals' 28th home win of the year. They've only won 2 home games since. Zimmerman 1 for 3 with a homer. Intentionally walked back in the 7th. They won't walk him intentionally this time on a 2-0 count. And then Gonzalez drops a breaking pitch in there.
That would have been a good pitch to try to steal second on.
And a good count, too, because you know he's going to throw a strike and probably not a fastball.
2-1. He'll probably throw another breaking ball. He did.
Ryan fouls it off his foot. And if you look at the runner at first base, Maxwell, he's not getting any leadoff whatsoever. He's not getting any kind of read, or is very uncomfortable taking a leadoff against Mike Gonzalez.
Here you see from the side the foul ball off that front foot, and that's Smarts. And they almost take off right now. Even if he throws over, he probably steals second.
3-2. You know he's running on a 3-2 pitch.
Well, plus LaRoche has to catch the ball, run in, throw across his body to second base. You got a lot of things working in Maxwell's favor right here.
And of course, working in the Nats' favor, wet grass in the outfield, and Zimmerman gets a base hit with a speedy runner moving. Will foul it straight back.
Now a ball in the gap, and they are playing so deep right now. They're playing no doubles. Anything deep, Maxwell's got to try to score. Come on, LaRoche is back. Get off the bag.
Yeah, he could double his lead right now. 3-2 pitch again. Zimmerman strikes out, and this game is going extra innings. The Nats have not been able to get it done with men on base today. Mike McDougal in the top of the 10th. Infielder Brooks Conrad will be hitting in the number 9 spot. Pinch hitting for the Braves here in the top of the 10th inning. Conrad is 0 for his last 18. And Eric O'Flaherty's been warming up all afternoon. Problem with the second base bag the ground crew is tending to. Having a hard time getting it flush with the ground.
Well, if it won't go in, we'll pound it in.
Sometimes you just have to bash it in there.
Yeah, some knee grease.
But you have to have it flush to the ground, Rob. Somebody's front toe could get under there and break their foot on a slide. This year, the Atlanta Braves in extra innings, 8-5. And on the road, 4-2. Two and 0. Neither team hitting like they want to win this game today in certain situations. Braves have had their share of frustration. They've stranded 5. The Nats have left 9 on, including 3 in the last 3 innings. The one that really hurt, the 7th, when Willie Harris led off with a triple and never left third base. Right on the ground to Alberto Gonzalez. Top of the order now, McLouth and PRADO. The Nats, by the way, in the 10th. Willingham, Dukes, and Morris. Mets shut out the Marlins today. And that puts Florida 4.5 behind Colorado, and maybe as many as 5 by the end of the day. Rockies and St. Louis. Top of the 4th inning at Coors Field. Cardinals 3, Rockies 2. Nats are going to have to save the day here in the district. The Redskins lost to the Lions, who've won their first game in almost 2 years. And McDougal misses a 1-out walk. Nate McLouth on base for the 3rd time today. Now, he's a good base stealer. McDougal's not real quick to the plate. And Nate McLouth this year is 18 for 22. I'm sure Bobby Cox wants Chipper Jones to bat in this inning, unless Martin Prado goes ahead and drives the ball somewhere and scores that run. We'll see how he plays it with the runner, who has a very short lead. McLouth now inching off further, and McDougal hits Prado, and now Chipper Jones will bat with 2 men aboard.
Mike tries to overthrow and his mechanics open up out in front. His arm trails way behind. Comes a little bit more erratic around the strike zone and wasn't as bad as Prado made it look.
McDougal's now hit 3 batters this year to go along with 7 wild pitches. Here's Chipper. And a little chopper that gets by the mound. It's trouble. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. Chipper Jones with his 2nd infield hit of the year. And Rob Dibble, I think he's fooling us. He was moving pretty well right there. Smelling a big base hit.
Well, with 1 out, you try to make this play. So it'd be 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Chipper swinging off the plate. McDougal not able to make it. Called the tough play because it's in between the pitcher's mound and first base, and Morse had to choose to go to the bag.
And maybe the hitter you would least like to face in this situation. Brian McCann coming up with runners on every base. McLouth walked. Prado hit by a pitch. Chipper Jones an infield hit. And here's Brian McCann 1 for 4. He's homered once in this series and driven in 2 runs. And he taps one. That's going to score a run. And the Braves lead. Nothing McDougal could do except take the easy out. That's the 2nd time today a Brave who led off the inning with a walk has scored.
Well, when you walk people, you beat yourself. And then the tough play that he missed, he'd be out of the inning right here. So you take the 2nd out, try to minimize the damage and hope your team can tie it up in the bottom half.
Now they had Reed Gorecki in left field.
We'll throw in
Omar Infante
there.
will hit for him. And Saul Rivera ready if needed for the Nats. Omar Infante, 27 years of age, hit .293 for the Braves in part-time action last year. Versatile guy who could play different infield positions. He's 3 for 9 with an RBI this season, .291 in 62 games. One ball and 2 strikes. And a little flare to left center. And the Braves lead 6-3. Omar Infante comes off the bench and puts Atlanta in a position for a sweep.
Too much of the plate right here on the breaking ball. Infante's been sitting around for 3 days. Throw 97 miles an hour and then you hang a breaking ball to that guy.
Yeah, to a singles hitter.
You're helping him.
That is huge for the Braves as they chase Colorado in the wild card. And Morse finding McDougal. Ball game going now to the bottom of the 10th inning. The Braves pick up 3. Willingham, Dukes, and Morse coming up. but 3 great swings.
Well, they had a tough pitcher to face in Derek Lowe. He got strong in the middle innings, and then they brought in their relief corps, and they have one of the best bullpens in the game. Very tough. Moylan, very tough. Gonzalez, very tough. Now you get Soriano. So those 3 solo home runs, and once again the walks come back to haunt the Nationals, Bob, and that's been killing us all year. Got to make the hitters earn it.
Ryan Church, the former Net, finally makes an appearance to play defense here. They've moved Matt Diaz to left and brought in their closer Rafael Soriano. It is a safe situation with the Braves on top by 3 in the bottom of the 10th. Pops it up center field. That's amazing when we look that up. 3 weeks ago today, Zimmerman hit a walk-off home run against the Florida Marlins. And since September 6th, the Nationals have won 2 games in this ballpark. And appear to be going quietly here. Elijah Duke's 0 for 4, 1 for 8 in this series. Fastball right down the middle. Ball couldn't have gone any softer to first. 2 outs. And Mike Morse will be the final hope. Mike 1 for 4 with a solo home run today. The bottom of the 10th inning doesn't take very long. 2 hours and 55 minutes. The Nationals lose it in 10, 6-3 to the Braves. Frustrating day with men on base. The Nats unable to get anything going offensively after the 4th inning today. For Rob Dibble and Debbie Taylor, Bob Carpenter, Braves win it, and they sweep